In this video demonstration, we're going to show you a folding scooter that's airline approved that fits in a suitcase. So stay tuned. In this video, we're going to show you the Classic II by Luggie. Now, this is a folding scooter that's airline approved that will fit inside a suitcase that you do not have to pay extra to bring this, since this is a medical device. Now, this is the Classic II. There are many different versions, so if you are wanting to order one specific, please let us know. This video is showing you the Classic II. Just later this week, we also released a Golden Elite version as well. So this is a little bit of a cheaper version, but at least for right now, it still is including the suitcases. They do run promotional things that they change from time to time, so do ask us at the time of ordering if the suitcase is still included with the unit. Once again, this is the Classic II. This is going to have a 320-pound weight capacity. It's going to go 4 miles an hour and about 10 miles on a full charge. Now, once again, these are sealed lead acid batteries, so there is no limitation on what size sealed lead acid battery you're allowed to use for transportation. So these are fully approved for cruises, for trains, for planes, and all the above. Now, this particular unit here is going to be narrow. So if you are taking this on a cruise, overall width of the unit, online they say 17.5 inches. Let me measure just to double check. That is an accurate spec, 17.5 inches. Now, this unit does not come with armrests, but they are available for a purchase. If you'd like to upgrade and get the armrests, you are able to get them with this unit. This is going to have a 40-inch turning radius, and you're going to see me a little bit later outside, or in this little bit later on in this video, driving this outside. I am 6 foot tall, 220 pounds. I do try to rock the scooter to try to simulate what somebody would look like riding the unit. So watch the end of our video, and you will see that outside as well. On this unit, this is just going to have a simple display, nothing crazy. It's a little needle that moves over from red to green, kind of showing where you're at. The upgraded versions actually do have like a digital display that's going to have actual colors that drop off, but for the Classic, it does not. The Classic, it is just one size handlebars. If you do, like I said, look for the upgraded version, the Elite one does have expandable handlebars, but this does not. So it's going to have the simple display and the simple handlebars, the sealed lead acid batteries. It does going to have a good 2.5-inch ground clearance, and then in a particular unit has a 15-inch wide, or I'm sorry, 14 3/4. They say 15 by about 13.5, almost 14 inches in depth. Seat does fold down. There are actual 2 different seat heights on this particular unit. At this one right now, at the highest point, you're 22 inches top of the seat to the ground, and to the deck, you're at about 16 inches. And then it can go down 2 inches. So you can be 14 inches to the deck or 20 inches off the ground. At the high point, once again, it's 22 inches off the ground. Now, they all have solid tires all the way around this unit. The front tires are going to be 6-inch tires in the front. There are 2 that would be almost considered a 3-wheel scooter, but they are 2 really close together. And in the back, you have solid 7-inch tires. Now, I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to show you how this unit folds, and then and we're going to actually put this in the suitcase. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, this does have adjustable handlebars, so you are able to drive this at any different desired tilt, but you are going to tilt that down in a second. You also do have adjustable height handlebars as well, but you do need to bring everything all the way down when you're wanting to fold this scooter up. I would go ahead and I would lock the handlebars in place, and now you're going to go ahead and you're going to open up this latch on the floor. This is what your handlebars are actually going to drop down into. Release this, it's like a brake release, like on a bicycle, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to lock this front piece in. Now from here, just for video purposes, we already had these latches unlocked, but your latches would typically be in a position like this. You'd pull this and you would unlock them on both sides, and then from here you are able to remove the battery. Now I do want to mention, I've seen specs online that are not fully accurate. This unit, we actually put on a scale and weighed it was 52 pounds without the battery. This has sealed lead acid batteries in it that weigh 17 pounds in that case. So you're at 69 pounds with the battery inside this. So I've seen stuff that said 55 with and 50 without. It just doesn't add up in simple math. 17-pound battery case. So it's 52 without the battery, 69 with the battery. Just for time's sake, I'll probably leave the battery in, but I guess I should just show you how to remove it. There is a little clip back here in the back It's going to be really quick and easy. You're just going to push that clip in and then slide this up, and then your battery pack sits on Velcro. So that will come out, but I don't, you know, when you're flying, I'd probably leave it in there and put it in the suitcase, but maybe if you're just trying to lift it and get in your vehicle, that is 17 pounds that would come out right there. From here, the next step that you're going to do to be able to fold the scooter down is going to be a red handle in the back. Now, I always advise holding on to the seat when you let go, when you hold that handle. Otherwise, this will just slam down really fast onto the floorboard. So I do recommend holding that, letting that go down, and then it will click in place and kind of lock into place there. Now from here, the next step that you can do is you are able to actually pivot this unit and fold this in half. Once you've unlocked, make sure those things are unlocked. You are able to pivot this back, and if you actually stand this up, you will actually hear this click in. This little lever clicks in, and you'll see how it will not open back up. Now, like all Luggies, this is great when it's folded up. There is a handle right there. Do remember, that is 52 pounds. Now, based off of this, if you did order the armrests, additional optional upgrade, you are able to still fit that in here, but this one did not come standard with the armrest, so I did not order the armrest with the unit. These actually do have little suspension on the bottom of these foot plate, or the wheels. So what I would do is I would go ahead and I would lay this inside here, and you will see how that is going to fit inside this snugly. Now, it doesn't really matter which way you put your suitcase in, because you got to think if you're going to fold it, it's not really going to make a difference. You're going to stand it upright, but there are, like on most suitcases, where you have that extra extension in the middle, and I did find it kind of hard to close when I had already had that zipped up tight, so I do recommend loosening that up, and then basically this will slide right over your scooter, and then you're able to zip the main compartment up. And then what I did is I began to use the tightening one, and then I stood it up, and it seemed pretty easy to compress it and then to zip it up even more. Typically easier if you had an extra person helping you, but you are able to squeeze that and get that a little bit tighter. Now, this is what your unit would look like inside the suitcase. Once again, you do not have to pay for this. Do call ahead of times to the airlines, and you will get a medical exemption on this, so there will be no charge to bring this scooter with you on a plane. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this out of this unit, and then we're going to go outside and I'm going to kind of drive on this and give you a little more information. All right, so before I go outside, I did want to show you how you would unfold this. So you do have a latch right here on the side. If you pull that, you'll see how you can grab the back of the seat, and then basically it will fold back down. Now from here, you're going to grab this red handle in the back and lift up on your seat. Like I said, if you stop, it will lock at a lower position. Keep going, it's going to lock all the way up. From here, you want to make sure you re-engage these locks over here in the front so that it holds your scooter together. Otherwise, that unit could potentially try to fold on you. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to unlock the tiller. Raise your tiller up with the piston, and then raise your handlebars back up to whatever desired height you want to be at. Probably too low. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close this floor clamp, and then I'm going to insert the battery back into the unit. And now you're ready to go. In the back of the unit, you do have a red handle back here. If for any reason you're traveling with this and that lever gets pushed, what that's going to do, that's going to disengage your electromagnetic brake, and it's going to allow you to drive it around. If you turn your unit on and it's not going to drive, a lot of times units will flash at you or beep at you. This one just flashes the power signal. All you got to do is make sure you have that lever pulled backwards. That's going to be into the drive position, which engages your electromagnetic brakes, and then it will be able to drive. So now let's go ahead and follow me outside. I'm going to do a little driving demonstration. So this is the Classic II by Luggie. You can see I'm 6 foot tall, 220 pounds. I fit very comfortably on this scooter. I am able to kick my feet out on top of those tip wheels if needed. Now this does have a really tight turning radius. It is 39 inches long, so you're getting a 40-inch turning radius on this particular scooter. And at 4 miles an hour, it does still have get you around from A to B at that 10-mile range. This does have stabilizer wheels that you are able to purchase secondary as well, that are going to stick out and make it a lot more stable. Because I'm going to go over here in the open, and I'm just going to kind of show you. If I was to go full speed, which isn't crazy fast, and I was to turn sharp, you can see how that one wheel is wanting to come off the ground. Now, that is me leaning turning my weight into it and leaning to the side, so it's not like a normal driving person would just be driving like normal. I mean, not supposed to be on a lane like that, but if you are concerned about your loved one leaning, I would recommend looking at those stabilizer wheels. So once again, this is the Luggie. This is the Classic II. This is a great unit for somebody that wants to travel and needs something that fits into a suitcase. If you have any questions, give us a call.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.